For the longest time, crypto was a very retail play, niche asset class, right? Specialty asset class. Now it has gone mainstream. In 2024, 2025, we see record numbers of institutions, corporates onboarding onto our platform to start trading, doing asset allocation into crypto. So if you look at the long-term trend of it, the momentum is still very strong, it's still very bullish, there's a lot of support, and we're seeing support from different sectors, right? So from the institutions, from the traders, from the asset allocators, the family office, and even sovereigns setting up their own crypto allocation in this space. So to me, the long-term trend is very bullish. We are still at a very early stage, probably 7.5% crypto adoption globally. So going forward, I still envisage quite a lot of demand coming through on that front.
I want to talk about Asia, specifically India, since we are live on the Inside India show. And Binance and others have reportedly sought more clarity from Indian regulators about its Web3 policy. So what do you think with India, such a large market, but also with some market barriers there perhaps? What is the potential and challenges regarding this specific market?
Well, India is a very important market. As you mentioned, the largest demographics in the world, very tech-savvy, very young population. And in every of these countries with very tech-savvy population and very young demographics, crypto adoption tends to be the fastest compared to others. So if you look at Chainalysis crypto adoption index globally, India ranks up there, right? Because of all those factors coming into play. And with the government and the regulators giving more clarity, it can only boost India's standing in the crypto scene. So we're very bullish. We're working with the government there to see how we can support the government's agenda.
And how do you think India's regulators can facilitate that? What are you hoping to see from those officials?
Well, to me, I work with many regulators around the world, so we are the most regulated exchange with 22 different jurisdictions that we're licensed in. But with the way we see crypto adoption is this, right? If the regulator can give a lot of clarity and come up with smart regulation to support the likes of like stable coins, the utility, the crypto trading, crypto asset management, custody, the better it is for the industry and the greater the crypto adoption that you'll see, right? So anytime you see a smart crypto regulations, if you take US for instance, right, it went from very anti-crypto under President Biden's administration to now President Trump being a huge supporter and a spillover effect throughout the world in terms of crypto adoption. And coming out with things like Genius Act, Market Clarity Structure Bill, those gave US a huge benefit on that front. And you see all the big banks now jumping onto the stablecoin bandwagon in the US, different people trying to do tokenization. We have a arrangement with Franklin Templeton in the US to help them on that front. So you see all this adoption taking place very quickly with clear regulation. So clear regulation has a way to bring about adoption very quickly.
Yeah, and on the note of Trump, President Trump recently pardoned Binance founder ZZ. How do you think that will influence his role or his influence over the exchange? And is he still the 90% majority shareholder in the exchange?
Well, ZZ is the major shareholder of Binance, as all of you know. Yeah. So as with all shareholders, he has shareholders' rights at every point in time. So I always tell people that I serve at the pleasure of the board of directors, whom I report to, as well as the major shareholders of the company, similar to any other professional CEOs of big companies, right? So we continue to focus on building Binance to be the best-in-class platform to serve our close to 300 million users worldwide, and the pace of growth is very, very strong. But we are very thankful. It's fantastic news coming out for the pardon for CZ. We're very thankful to President Trump, the entire Binance family, as well as the crypto industry are very thankful because people know CZ's contribution to Binance as well as to the crypto industry at large, right? So it's very positive news. We're also very thankful to President Trump for flying the flag to say US will be the global crypto capital of the world. And that's very significant. So we are looking at how us being the largest crypto ecosystem can really support that ambition.
Yeah, and staying on that topic as well, there are reports saying that Binance, as the world's largest exchange, did help boost the credibility of the Trump family's token, the World Liberty stable coin, lifting up its market capitalization by listing it. And that has drawn some criticism from politicians about, Binance facilitating Trump's crypto deal. So how would you respond to those allegations?
Let me clear up a lot of falsehood on that front. First of all, the usage of USD1 in terms of the transaction between MGX as a strategic investor into Binance. That was decided by MGX. MGX has come out very straightforwardly to say that's the case. We didn't partake in that decision. USD1 was listed on other exchanges before it was listed on Binance, right? So a lot of these reports just miscategorized. They are totally false on that front. And thirdly, Binance is the largest crypto ecosystem in the world. So at any point in time, projects, promising projects, would want to have conversation with us. And we have conversation with many different parties. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. In the case of USD1, I'm glad that both parties worked it out. So, we are very supportive of crypto innovation, including on the stablecoin front. We work with many different parties around the world, payment, utility, whatever they're going to support the crypto use case and innovation agenda. We are very supportive of that.